Hey everyone, Reaper here again with another video. This time it's favorite comic books in my collection, part 4. I'll talk about 2 books and I'll explain why they are some of my favorite in my collection. And of course they have history and all of that. So anyway, I'm going to start this video off with this one right here. A very, very high-grade copy of Iron Fist 14, the first appearance of Wolverine's archenemy, Sabretooth. Sometimes I think that this book is a little underrated. I mean, it goes for a decent amount of money in mid-grade, I mean, somewhat, but in high grade, it'll cost you a pretty penny. But I don't think it's as valuable as maybe it should. But anyway, this book here, I was a big X-Men fan when I first started collecting comic books, so naturally I wanted to have X-Men first appearances, X-Men major issues, and X-Villain first appearances and major issues. And I was surprised to find out that Sabretooth, Wolverine's archenemy, made his first appearance in a title that I never even heard of. Now this is going back to 1993. I didn't get this till 1994. But I knew in 1993 Sabretooth made his debut in this book. So Iron Fist 14, I'm saying to myself, why the heck would Sabretooth show up in a book called Iron Fist 14? Of course, back then I wasn't thinking about how they later made Sabretooth Wolverine's enemy, or an X-Men enemy, or an X-Villain rather. At that time, I wasn't thinking about it. But anyway, this was also my introduction to Iron Fist. A character that I never thought was really that important. And I know he had his TV series, a Netflix series, and I don't think the fans found him too important either. But aside from that, I've always liked Sabretooth. I've always saw him. I've always seen him as Wolverine's rival, somebody that could really do as much damage as Wolverine could. The story behind this particular, this is a very high-grade copy. This was a birthday present, actually, back in 1994. Brief story about it. Me and my father went to his aunt's house around my birthday. Now, we didn't go there for my birthday. We were just going there for whatever reason. I don't remember. And she remembered that it was my birthday. And on the way out, she handed me some money. And I didn't look at it. I thought it was maybe like 20 bucks or whatever. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And, went out. And then when I got to the car, I opened up my hand. And it was actually, I saw a $100 bill. I was like, whoa, that was really, really cool. And my dad was a little, was like a little concerned that she gave me $100. And I was like, oh, wow, that was really nice. And so I quickly put it away. Later, though, this is not later. At that time, I just said it was $100. But as I was taking it and put it in my pocket, I turned it and I saw that there were actually 2 $100 bills there. Now, I don't know if she purposely gave me $200 or what, but I knew I couldn't say that. I just made it seem like I had $100 and I put it right back in my pocket. I put it right in my pocket. I didn't want to say it aloud because, it was a lot of money. It really was. So anyway, in August, when the next convention came locally to me, I made it a mission to go and get Iron Fist 14. And I spent $120 on this copy. So this is back in 1994. Okay? So I got myself a very high grade. I would say that this copy is probably maybe a 9.6 to a 9.8. Definitely. So I made sure I got this, and I was very happy. Very happy I was finally able to add Sabretooth to my collection. And that's the story behind this Iron Fist 14. One more for this one more for this video. Like I say, I'll do 2 in every favorites video. Let me take it out of the Mylar bag. It's a CGC. This book here this book could actually use a press now that I look at it. Anyway, this book here has the distinction of being the very first CGC book I bought. Now, maybe you've watched some of my previous videos, and I may have mentioned that fact with this, so you may know what this book is. Dr. Von Schiller's favorite book, Incredible Hulk 181, the first full appearance of Wolverine. Now, I know there are people that argue Wolverine made his first appearance in 180. Okay, big deal. He made his full appearance, even though you see him completely on the last page of 180. This is designated as his first full appearance. Anyway, actually a few months before now not this particular copy, like I said, this was the first CGC book I got. This was actually the very first upgrade I've ever done. I think. Actually, yeah, I think it was. You know, when I got back into the hobby, I got this. Okay? But before that, I didn't really upgrade my books. I don't think I upgraded any book. I just bought books and I had them, and that was the end of it. And when I got back into the hobby, before I got back in the hobby, I said to myself, I'd like to upgrade some books and add books I never had in my collection. And I really wanted to upgrade my original copy of Hulk 181. So anyway, the story of it, I bought this in April, my original copy. I bought my original copy in April of 1994. I bought it from a guy in Canada. You know, he's kind of a jerk, you know, and some of you who may have collected from back in the early 90s, maybe even the 80s, might know this guy. I'm not going to say his name. I don't know what happened to him, but he was a bit of a jerk. So anyway, I explained, I spent $180, believe it or not, $180, $180 on this back then. So he gave me something that was in the 5.0 range, and he told me that it had a subscription crease, and he explained what that was, or what that is. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. It doesn't bother me. It didn't really bother me. And I got the book, got it since it came from Canada. It took a while to get because I had to send a money order out to him, and that took time to get to Canada. And then I had to wait for him to ship the book. So I was waiting rather patiently for this, you know, because I used my own money to get this book. So when it finally arrived, I saw the subscription crease. It wasn't that bad, you know. I thought it was okay. It didn't bother me. And I'm flipping through the pages, and it was missing the Marvel stamp. I didn't know anything about Marvel stamps, but the fact that it was just missing something bothered me. It really did, but then I just put it out of my head, you know, no big deal. So that's why I've always wanted to upgrade the book. I said, you know, when I'm able to get some more money up, whenever that is, I will get a complete, nicer looking copy. And I wound up getting a 6.0. And like I said at the beginning when I first showed this on the back has a lot of pressable features. I don't know when this was actually graded. I would assume before pressing was a major thing. Now every book seems to be pressed nowadays. But a press, this actually could maybe go up to maybe a 6.5 or even a 7, I think. Regardless, I upgraded it to this. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite books. I've always liked Wolverine. I don't mind the cover. You know, it's, you know, some people may not like the cover. And I know, like I said in the beginning, some people are irked that, well, no, that's not his first appearance. Really, 180 is his first appearance. Well, get 182, you know, as well. And 182. Get the trifecta, you know, if that really concerns you. But this is definitely one of my favorite books. Although not, like I said, not this particular copy, but the book itself has a lot of good memories for me. And has, again, the distinction of being the very first CGC book I bought. The very first slab book I bought in the first appearance of Wolverine. Thank you for watching.